Hi friends, it's Andrea. I'm really excited because FedEx just came, and inside of this little pouch and these few extras here on the side is the planner system that I have selected for the upcoming year. There are two planner seasons, if you will. July is when one bank of planners is released, and then January. So because I am a full-time student and summer really is a big point of transition for me, I like to kick off my new year with the July planner season. Now, before I show you all of the goodies that I have invested in to keep myself organized and focused and able to accomplish my big goals and all of the many objectives that add value to my life and the lives of those that I love, I want to invite you to join me for the relaunch of my planner community. It's called Plan to Be Creative. This is a completely free event. It's going to be hosted over on my Kajabi website, which is actually a learning platform that is set up to foster communities. So we'll have a live room, we'll have the chat boards, you'll be able to share PDFs and communicate and connect with each other 24/7. Again, all completely free. The Kajabi space is paid for in part by our Studio 365 memberships, the special workshops I do, and my Etsy pattern shop. So my deepest gratitude to all of you who support me in that way and support our larger Sewspire community so that we can gather in a variety of ways that benefit people at the point they are in their life. One of my major goals for 2024/2025, so July 24 to July 25, is to build communities of peace. This is something that the world desperately needs right now, and I personally need safe spaces where you can go to be supportive, be heard, and create as a community. So Plan to Be Creative is one of those spaces. I'm going to go ahead and show you my planner set up. I can tell you a little bit about the structure at Plan to Be Creative. Some of you may have joined me on that journey a few years back when I was using the tools for wisdom planners, which I still really love. This year, though, I have selected this gorgeous combo from Erin Condren. They make just beautiful collections, and so they're one of my top favorites, and that's who I'm going to be going with this year. So let's look and see what I have selected for this upcoming planner season. This was a free gift. It's just a little 3-ring vinyl zipper pouch. It kind of got wrinkled there. I'm sure after it is in the book that I'm going to use, it will flatten out, but this would be real handy for holding small objects. And I like this slogan: plan for tomorrow and celebrate today. These were also freebies. So this is a little at the glance planner. These are really useful when you're just trying to plan for the year, so you can make sure you're not over scheduling and you are hitting all those touchstones or pillars that are fundamental to progress. And then this is a great ruler. It also has the punch outs to fit in the binder system, which we're going to set up together. Then it looks like I got a coupon and some other goodies inside of here. So that was all free. These are the extras that I ordered, but I want to show you the main system. So I opted to go with the Erin Condren Life Planner. So it's broken down into 2 6-month packs because you get a full page for each day of the year, so you can only fit half of these inside of the planner at one time. And so that's why this will be particularly handy, because if you're looking to schedule further out and you don't have the second bank of 6 months in there, you can make a note in that and not overcommit yourself. So I do need to open these up. We'll start with January. No, actually, we don't want to start with January. We want to start with July of 2024. And I could show you what this system looks like. This is the first year that I will be doing the A5 binder. And I think that that's going to be really useful for me, because I tend to buy multiple planners in a year because I get frustrated that they get messy or cluttered, if you will. And so my kind of addiction is to just go and buy a new planner. So I'm hoping this is the year that I don't do that, and I have a complete intact record of all that transpired in that year, so that I too can pause to celebrate the accomplishments. And Plan to Be Creative is a community in which we will not only plan together, but we will celebrate one another's victories and hold each other accountable for that. So my personal challenge for myself is to only use this one planner for the year. If you'd like to participate in Plan to Be Creative, I highly recommend that you have a paper planner. There is something very powerful and magical about handwriting and actually writing your intentions on paper. That being said, if you're deeply committed to the digital world, you could use your digital calendar or iPad. A lot of the popular planners now have digital versions. But my preference for you would be to write it down, okay? If you are on the fence about that, just try it for a couple months and see what happens. So this is the planner I'm going to use. If you're going to participate, now is the time. All the planners are on the market. You have tons and tons of choices, and you'll maximize your investment because you're going to be able to start right with July. Our first meeting of Plan to Be Creative is on Monday evening, June the 3rd, 7 p.m. I'm going to put the link for you to sign up for free down in the notes. Everything you'll need to know about this meeting and our future meetings will be parked in our course page or on our classroom page, okay? So make sure you follow the link to get signed up for that. Then you can shop for your planner and make a note in there to meet us at 7 p.m. on Monday, June 3rd. We are going to hold the first Monday of every month, 7 p.m., our monthly meeting. So that will let you plan in advance. So I really hope you can join us. Those meetings are not recorded, friends. I'm sorry. We talk about, our personal goals, and oftentimes people need support through challenges. So it's a very intimate, supportive community, and it's not really appropriate for recording. But again, we welcome everyone to join us and partake in that. So let me show you what the Erin Condren A5 daily planner would look like. So it has this little progress each day. So imagine this would be used to kind of record your routines. If there's things that you would like to do every day, like for me, that would be yoga, hydrate, meditation, journaling. In a certain months, I might be outside trying to soak up some vitamin D and weeding the flower beds or something like that. So basically, I would use this page here for any habits that I wish to form or maintain. Then this is just kind of a close out for 2024. It is really important, in my opinion, to celebrate your victories and make a note of those major accomplishments, because if your life is anything like mine, you are running at full speed and these victories could just pass you by and you didn't even take so much time to even tell anyone else about them. So make sure to record your progress for 2024 up until this point. And then here you get the nice layout of the year ahead. That's helpful, like if you're looking for example, the first Monday of each month to see how that fits into your schedule. I love that Erin Condren and a lot of the major planner makers always put some inspiration and a lot of fun colors into their designs. You can customize this particular planner in a variety of ways. I did not customize it other than selecting that my week should start on Sunday. So it gives you the monthly layout, and July happens to be this pretty blue. And then here, these are the blank headings where you can perhaps put like your top goals, your to-do list, important dates. You might be able to sketch out some type of inspiration or use this as a little mini vision board. You got room here for some notes or journaling about what you would like the month to look like ahead. And then each week begins with the weekly pages. So I would use this first column here with the days of the week to note any appointments that I have or time sensitive matters. And then where the bullet dots are here, I use those to shade them in when I have accomplished my to-do task. So I am notorious for over committing to what is possible for one person in a single day. So I really like that there are only 4 to-dos with each day, but if I don't get to something, it's still on my weekly page and I can loop back to that when some time opens up. All right, so each page you get the timeline from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. That particular timeline works good for my schedule. I wake up really early and I generally do try to be winding down or have my last appointment at 7 p.m. So there won't be much left to take on past 7 p.m. Then it has a nice to-do list for the day. So if I were to back that up to the weekly at a glance here, which I just showed you, maybe these could be the 4 top priorities, and then other things could make their way in here that would need to be integrated into a future date. And then you get a nice big space here that you can doodle, write inspiration, or additional stickers, lists, and things like that. So that is what each daily page looks like in this. And then generally towards the end of the month, you will get some more pages which you can reflect on. So there is one page at the end of that. And I just want to show you the main months in this first pack here so you can get an idea of how fun the colors are and see some of those inspirational quotes. Then we're going to open up the goodies, which I ordered to supplement this daily schedule. You would think that this would be enough, but it's not. These little supplemental pages, which we're going to go over, are going to be where I can brainstorm and change my mind as much as I like, because they're in the 3-ring binder, I can just remove them. They're not critical to the scheduling. I could just remove them and start over. This one though, which is the tab page, it did have a little tiny tear in one of the holes, and I may have accidentally done that when I was trying to open this, or it may have arrived like that. But I will just get one of those little rings and repair that, because this is the tab page. So one of my pillars for the upcoming year is going to be wellness. In the pandemic, like you maybe can relate, I gained a lot of weight during that time. I also went through menopause, so my whole metabolism has flip-flopped on me, and I know moving forward that I don't want to carry this extra weight with me, because it has the potential to cause problems later in life, and it is only going to get harder. So my measure is not going to be the number on the scale. It's actually going to be vitality. So I'm going to assess how I feel each day, right? I'm going to be looking for key indicators like flexibility and energy and stamina, because I don't want to imply to anyone that that should be based upon just a number on the scale. I think that can actually be detrimental to your wellness. So nonetheless, I have a fair amount of work to do in the area of wellness. So let me show you what the wellness pack looks like. So I have the ability to track my progress, and then here's the daily movement. So again, I'm going to be working in these pages every day, and I hope that they're filled up. I hope that they get cluttered, because that will mean that I'm being successful. Also going to start keeping a food log and try to determine if I have developed any allergies, or like how I feel after I eat certain foods. And this is kind of like a self-discovery process as well, which goes nicely with my practice of journaling and planning. So that's basically what the wellness kit is, and that's going to make its way into this beautiful binder that I have ordered. The next supplemental pack, and these scissors are disgusting. I just realized that. These are like my junk scissors. I open up boxes and things with them, and apparently do all kinds of stuff, so forgive me. But some of you will be happy to know I'm not using my sewing scissors to open this plastic. And it's still not really helping me. I need to replace my junk scissors, I think. They don't even cut. Okay, we're in. So this page, or pack rather, is for projects. So this will come in handy for the plan to be creative work that we're going to be doing, because the structure of that group is we meet once a month, and you're picking 3 creative goals for the month ahead. So when we meet in June, you're actually going to be picking your creative goals for July. That's what's a little bit different about this next session of Plan to Be Creative. We're going to get a whole month ahead of our projects, so that you can really take time to reflect on that work that you want to do, and make sure that that's something that is worth your one precious life. And then you don't have a whole lot of excuses like you didn't have the materials or you didn't have the time, because you're planning a month in advance. So some of the things that you might consider when you're deciding what are these 3 creative projects, and it doesn't have to be sewing, it can be anything you personally consider creative. You're going to want to give the project a name. You're going to need to know a description of the project. What resources do you need? When are you going to start it? When are you going to finish it? Other key dates for that project. And then you could put the major action steps down here that you need to accomplish that goal. And so there are just a whole bunch of project pages with reflection pages after each. I think it is also important to reflect on what you learned in that project, if there's anything you would change, and so forth. So these are going to be perfect for that process. Then also connected to my wellness and the fact that I have a family and adult children who still come home on occasion to have dinner with us. I want to get better at planning our meals. The cost of food is now exorbitant, and I want to be mindful about what we're eating so we can waste less food, reuse what is in the fridge, right? Like consume the leftovers or repurpose it into another dish, and then consider what it is that we're consuming to fuel our bodies, right? That adage, you are what you eat, really is true. So it does matter. So I hope to give a lot more consideration to what I'm eating in the coming year. And then I would love to create like a master core staple shopping list here, which what I would do with this, I wouldn't take the planner to the grocery store, but I would just scan this by taking a picture and scan it right into the Notes app on my phone and reference it like that. So this is going to let me plan out the week's meals and create shopping lists for that week. I love to go to the library and check out cookbooks, so this would be actually pretty fun for me to record those recipes and such. And then the last pack that I got is called a Notes pack, and it is the dot grid paper. I do design most of my projects. As of late, I've been working with other designers' patterns, but my passion is to design bags and small accessories, and so I like to work on the dot grid paper. My other passion is rearranging spaces, and we moved into a new house last September, and this summer I get to redecorate the basement and the guest room. So I will also use these pages for laying out floor plans and planning for decor. Never a shortage of notes in my life. So this here is the Peacock Color A5 ring binder, and it is a vegan leather. Beautiful. I like this because it's going to keep the pages, which are essential to me, protected. It's wipeable and it looks really professional. I have started traveling a little more, and I like to work in my planner on the plane, and so this kind of gives me a little bit more privacy. This is fun. We'll have to see if we can repurpose this. Golly, this is a great little chunk of foam. Okay, so this does not stay in there, but I do need to slide it out. Okay, so on the left-hand cover here, I have two slips for larger pieces of paper, a small slip here that'd be great for business cards and things. This is perfect for a notepad, love that. Got a little elastic here for my pen, and that back edge does not open up, but this is great. So the planner opens up like that. I'm gonna go ahead and put in this first pack. I'm not even gonna open the second pack. I'm just gonna put this on the bookshelf so it stays nice and neat, and I won't need that until January. And honestly, what I may do, if this system is working for me, is order another one of these and put that pack in there so that I can preserve the content of this first pack. So we'll see. I'll have to update the Plan to Be Creative community on that. But these just fit in there nice and easy. Everything is pre-punched. This is a really nice quality paper and binder cover. And then of course I have several tutorials for how to make binder covers if you wanted to custom fit an additional cover to cover this beautiful vegan leather. If you wanted to change out your theme each month, you could do that using one of my tutorials. All right. So that pretty much fills up, and you have to, those weren't closing all the way. There's little tabs right there. You have to give those a good push to lock that in place. That pretty much fills this up. But I do want to be able to use these pages. I don't need all of them, of course. So what I'm going to do is take maybe, let me open this up so I can put it in there as I go. I'm going to take maybe 3 of the notes and put them in there. And then I'll work maybe a month of meals at a time. And then for the projects, I know I won't need more than 3, right? Because that's what we're gonna be working towards. And in addition to selecting our 3 monthly projects, as the months go on, we're going to hold each other accountable, and there's going to be an opportunity for you to share the progress you've made on those projects and celebrate those victories with the group. So that's another benefit of that. One of the number one reasons why you should consider joining us at Plan to Be Creative is you're going to meet other people who are also creative, and whatever projects they're working on or even challenges that they're facing, those are going to inspire you, and you're going to be able to learn from other people and ideally make your path a little easier. You'll get to see the different types of projects. You'll get to know the people in the group, have an idea of what their priorities are, and again, be able to support them with the struggles or challenges or roadblocks that they might be facing in their creative and personal lives. And you may even have some helpful tips or advice or suggestions, or have been in that position. So it's really a symbiotic relationship. And again, the link to join that free group will be down in the notes. I'd love to see you on the Zoom. And let's see if I can get this in. This is clever. This only has 5 holes here, and then a ridged edge there that you can use to create borders. So that would be my ruler. Keep everything nice and tidy. And the last thing I need to fit in here is this little zipper bag, which I'm going to put all the way in the back so that it can have some weight on it and get unwrinkled. And that slides right in there. And that is my planner system for July 2024 through July 2025. And again, this is the A5 binder in Peacock, and I am using the Erin Condren Daily Life Planner pages with the supplemental wellness, meals, project, and notes inserts. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Planning is one of my greatest passions, and it is the single key to my ability to be able to volunteer part-time each week, be a full-time student, have a family of 6. Some of those are grown and living outside the house, but they're still nonetheless a big major part of my life. 2 dogs, be a homeowner, a new gardener, business owner, and creative heart. Until next time, I hope you all have a beautiful day, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you in the Zoom room for our first meeting of Season 2 of Plan to Be Creative.